UntiltedHuntingClub.com, the official site of the North American Hunting Club.
I'm here. This is technically my first day as an archer. I'm here at Schaefer Archery, local archery shop, and John Schaefer is here to tell us how I'm going to get fitted for my first bow and the kind of things he's going to look for so that I'm sized right.
So we took a guess based on his height. I took a pretty good guess at what his draw length is going to be. We know that it's going to be around 29 inches. And I'm going to have you go ahead and draw the bow back. We're not going to shoot it. Just go ahead and draw the bow back, and I'm going to talk you through the rest. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to walk around and look at some different things and tell you what I'm looking at to size you properly for a bow.
Gotcha.
So for now, finger behind the trigger. Just go ahead and draw the bow back. Okay, now I want to touch your nose with the string, just like that. All right, already I can see that this bow is too long for you. We've got no bend in your front arm whatsoever. When I'm looking at the pickup spots on your face, ideally we want to see the string touching the tip of your nose, touching the corner of your mouth, the release somewhere along the bottom of the jawline, and right now everything is shifted back. We're touching our nose a little bit, but the string's behind the corner of your mouth, no bend in the elbow. We know right away this bow is going to be too long. So go ahead and let up on it. I'm going to grab a shorter one, and we're going to try that out. So what I did is I switched the cam back down to a 28-inch draw length, shortened up an inch, which is looking like that's going to be about perfect for us. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab an arrow for you. So, same deal. We're just going to draw back. We're not shooting. I'm anticipating this is going to fit you pretty well, and I'll show you exactly what I'm looking for and why it fits you well. See now, to get into those same pickup points, you had to put a little bit of bend in your elbow. We don't want anything exaggerated, but we also don't want it locked out. So you've got the perfect amount of bend in your front arm. The tip of your nose, stay into it, the tip of your nose is touching the string perfectly. The corner of your mouth is right at the corner of, the string is right at the corner of your mouth, so it's where you would put a kiss button if you wanted to use that. Are you looking through the peep right now?
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So on your bow, we'll have to adjust the peep sight, of course. But the pickup points, the important things on your face are touching the tip of your nose, touching the corner of your mouth, the release is right along the bottom of your jaw, and then once we get a bow set up for you, we're going to take the peep sight and set it up to the right location so that it's centered on the sight. When I walk behind you here, I can see that your elbow is right in line with the arrow. In other words, it's not shifted over in this manner, which would indicate too short, nor is it overdrawn like this, indicating too long. Your body is nice and centered between your legs. In other words, you're not shifted back like this, trying to get the length out of it, or scrunched up, trying to take length out of it. Your head, look back into the bow. Your head is centered. Once again, your head's not shifted back, trying to get length out of it, and it's not shifted forward, trying to make it fit you. Everything looks really natural. That's a really good fit. You're 28 inches. As long as we get you in a 28-inch bow, you're going to shoot it really well.
So why is it that you want the slight bend in the arm? Can you explain that a little bit?
Yep. To shoot a bow well, ideally you want to shoot off of a couple things. One, you want to make sure the bow is pulled all the way back. And if your arm is fully extended in order to keep that bow back, it's going to be really hard to keep that bow back. In other words, creeping just a little bit, the bow is going to want to jump forward. So that's probably the most obvious one to people.
Gotcha.
But also proper shooting, you want to be using your back muscles to activate the trigger rather than just simply squeezing it with your finger. And if you're already maxed out like this, fully extended, it's impossible to use those back muscles to then fire the bow.
Gotcha.
And then as a side benefit, over time, if you have a little bit of bend in your elbow, it will absorb the shot better and not put so much stress on your joints. You're not worried about that at this point in your life, but when you're 60 years old, that starts to be a factor. So those are the reasons we want to keep that. And then the other one would be if your arm is fully locked out, that also pushes your elbow into the path of the bowstring. And you'll see guys, forever fighting the string hitting their arm or their jacket or whatever. If you have a little bit of bend in there, it just helps give you a lot more clearance so the string doesn't hit your arm.
Gotcha. So makes sense.
You're looking good. 28 inches, you'd shoot that really well.
Great. So, thanks a lot.
You bet. Good luck.
Thanks a lot.